King Edward VII, whom some called the Peacemaker, died in 1910. He was buried at Windsor, and in the procession were the finest and highest of men. There were 9 crowned kings, 30 proud princes, leaders of many a land. And old Kaiser Bill stood next to King George with his field marshal's baton in hand. Crippen was captured the very same year that Halley's comet flashed by. The first of the labor exchanges was opened the year the old king died. The Sydney Street Siege of 1911 saw anarchy die in the flame. In London in June, King George and his queen played their coronation game. Peace with a gun, said the Kaiser in Hamburg as he watched his new battleships. King George made India, Ireland and Wales places for right royal trips. Titanic was launched the day of the Derby, and London's last horse bus was shelled. Suffragettes marched demanding their rights when in came 1912. March 1912, brave Scott and his comrades died as a snowstorm roared. Later that year, good General Booth finally laid down his sword. There were riots in Ireland concerning Home Rule, Mrs. Pankhurst imprisoned again. Wilbur Wright died, the first of the flyers, and the Royal Flying Corps was named. Titanic went down in the spring of that year, taking 1,500 lives. The Balkan states blazed from border to border, and death began sharpening his knives. Of the 1910 monarchs who mourned for King Edward, in 1913 few survived. Though some of them lived to a peaceful old age, assassins took most of their lives. Death came calmly to Denmark and Sweden, but elsewhere the murderer's hand claimed the Pasha of Turkey, the king of the Greeks, while Spain was suiting death's plan. And the armies of Europe paraded and postured, the stockpile of weapons increased. At The Hague, as if in grim desperation, they opened a palace of peace. 1914 saw more suffragettes' marches and the Archduke of Austria slain. In less than 2 months all of Europe was marching, and death was in business again. And many's a lad from many's a family willingly gave of us all. They died in their millions for dubious victory, answering Kitchener's call. As they went to the war in the trains and the troop ships, they sang as they hurried along, and the words echoed back from the graveyards of Flanders, singing old Jack Judge's song. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest gal I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, and its farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart lies there.